I think James likes being near dudes.
I like fisting dudes, that's for sure. I'm sick and tired of all the Donkey Kong Bananza stuff I see. Punching things this, ooga ooga that, dancing everywhere. I want a real game. Something with passion, strength, and awkward facial expressions.
Is this because we're not willing to spend half a month's rent on a system the maker can shut off if you look at it too long, and a game that costs more than even the worst Zelda game?
You'd be shocked to know how wrong you are about the price.
The price of what?
The price of
Wario World!
It can't be that expensive. Oh dear me! That's a ripoff. Oh, that one's not so bad.
Welcome to the Rich Man's Bananza, Wario World, a game about fisting your way through enemies, hazards, boxes, puzzles, bosses, precarious jumps, and more. You'll hap and hoop your way across 8 levels and 13 bosses in this treasure-developed game about Nintendo's former most talkative character in overalls.
Treasure? The same people that made Mischief Makers and gave us the greatest moment in any Nintendo 64 game ever? Oh my god. Whoa! 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 Oh my god! I didn't expect that. That was fucking awesome! Okay, let's reevaluate.
The very same. I'm convinced we would have 2 or 3 more Wario World sequels by now, of varying quality, if Treasure was allowed to make games anymore. Anyway, Treasure made this, which means it's bound to be weird in many ways, but fun all the same. Having played very few of their games, Treasure's signature style is definitely splooged all over this game somehow.
Do not ever use that word again.
Fine. I'll never use the word style ever again.
Stop that. You know what I mean.
The story of Wario World is quite simple. Wario spent an amount of time collecting treasure in the form of gems, chests, coins, and more. On his travels, he picked up an evil gem that once fed on the wishes of the good creatures of the world.
Was that dark gem sealed away and hard to find for a reason?
Possibly. Because it does wake up and turn all of Wario's treasures into evil spirits and seals him in a treasure-warped world of levels, bosses, and collectathons.
I would say so then. The best part of this opening cutscene has to be Wario manically laughing while sitting in amongst his travel-earned gains. You know, before he's sucked into the world the game takes place in.
Land hard and indulge in the goals of Wario World. To face down the treacherous Dark Jewel final boss of this game, you, as Wario, must travel to 8 levels and 12 bosses to collect Wario's stash. Every level has its own theming that affects the platforming you come across and the enemies you encounter.
Hidden in each level are 8 treasure chests, which are pretty to look at, 5 spritlings that teach you helpful tips and tricks about the game, the story, or the upcoming boss of the level, a varying amount of red diamonds gathered by entering these flapping doors that contain precarious platforming puzzles, and a boss crafted from some 5-year-old's nightmare.
Can't forget the heart trophies. Collecting all of them will give you a half heart per level, full heart per area, 4 hearts per playthrough.
And complete one of these sexy statues. Ooh. Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Like butter.
Wait, what's that? To acquire each treasure, which reside on these colored panels, you must find the button that corresponds. Pink panel, pink button. It even makes a satisfying when pressed. The treasure panel will emit a pulsing sound when activated, so you can hear it as you approach as well.
The 5 spritlings are held captive in these tiny-ass boxes and are ugly as sin. Collecting each of these in every level is important to learn certain mechanics of the game, get tips on how to defeat each nightmare of a boss, and a final reason that won't come into play until you face down the Dark Jewel.
The red diamonds are trapped in these flat doors. You'll just ground pound into them if they're wood. You'll need to grab an enemy and pile drive it to open the metal doors. An action James finds far more satisfying than anyone should. Enjoying anything that much is a crime in Arkansas. Our wall of restraining orders is proof of that.
Honestly, the combat in this game is very simple and wholeheartedly gratifying. Pressing B will cause Wario to throw a simple 2-punch combo. When near an enemy, he'll end that combo with a major headbutt. It's powerful, Wario shouts,
Wonderful!
every time he does it, and it's just so fucking satisfying. Pressing B near a stunned enemy will pick them up, at which point you can charge a throw or spin them nearly 30 times, which is required to solve some puzzles. Wario truly has the strength to do these things, has fun doing them, and I cannot believe a sequel to this game hasn't come out yet. An affordable sequel. Anyway, pressing R will activate Wario's signature shoulder charge, which hits enemies several times. Pressing A during this will allow Wario a dash jump, which doubles as an attack. L will let Wario copy Kirby as he unhooks his jaw and inhales sharply. This draws in nearby money and garlic that's fallen on the floor.
All of these bullish skills are definitely required to traverse every level, as well as figure out the trapdoor puzzles. The wooden doors usually lead to enclosed spaces where you can rotate the camera around the puzzle to figure out the hazards to dodge and the blocks that block other blocks in a block-blocking way. To some degree, this feels like a precursor to Captain Toad's rotatory puzzles. The way they rotate, the angles objects are placed, certainly a 2003 interpretation of puzzles like this.
These puzzles will sometimes house heart trophies or spritlings, so keep an eye out, specifically in the metal door ones, which are anxiety-inducing stress bombs of hate and anger. They get their own intro, their own tune, and are usually themed around very tense platforming. From launching yourself from glue spheres in midair to an entire labyrinth with ledge detection only marginally better than Super Mario 64. These don't have any floor to rely on like the wooden door ones, so one mistake is a full restart of the whole thing.
How many tries did that labyrinth take?
Exactly 1. I was incredibly careful and calculating. I had to make some precarious jumps, but in the end, 1 was all I needed, which was pulse pounding in and of itself.
I don't believe you for a second, but I'm sure you'll edit the footage to make it look like 1 try.
Don't put that thought out there. Now no one will believe me.
No one does.
As you move from flapdoor to flapdoor, chest to chest, and spriteling to spriteling, you'll encounter a handful of different enemies to beat the fuck out of, each of them dropping a pile of coins to collect. Coins have 2 uses: healing and reviving. Sometimes this garlic creature will appear and demand an amount of coins that will go up every time you buy and after each level. Running out of hearts will cost you several hundred coins to revive from where you left off, so collecting a lot of them is important and painfully easy.
Every enemy drops coins. Every hit causes coins to appear. Every defeat will throw coins your way. Coins are literally everywhere and are prizes for everything. You even get a coin per enemy beaten at the end of every level, so you should be swimming in wealth even if you get a game over a few times during a boss.
It's easy too, because the combat is so fun. Punching dudes, headbutting dudes, ramming dudes, pile driving dudes, ground pounding dudes, spinning dudes, throwing dudes. It's just so fun and rewarding.
It's also short. 8 levels and 13 bosses is not a lot of game to play, even if you fail 73 times at any of the puzzles like James did. Playtime should still stay under 7 hours, which seems like the perfect amount of time to enjoy, be intimidated by, overcome, and not get too annoyed by the challenges of Wario World.
Pile drive the Dark Jewel after collecting everything in the game, and you will have finished one of the best Wario adventures this side of the moon. While not particularly complicated, it was certainly a lot of fun to return to. In fact, while collecting footage for our DK video,
available now on our channel, give it a watch.
I replayed Wario World to find it a lot more fun than I had in the past. But when it has punching, beating, crushing, and fisting as hard as this game does, of course I'm going to have a good time. Hopefully this is added to the Nintendo Switch 2 online thing so others can experience the rich man's Bananza one day.
So what did you all think of Wario World? Did you pay $100 for a poster for it you never received?
We did!
Do you consistently wear purple overalls and a yellow hat? Do you like garlic? Did you subscribe to us so you don't miss another of our timely reviews? Good. All good. Good. See you next time.
You gonna mail in that survey?
Thank you. Nya, 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 nya.